Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to episode 2 of the college touring series. Today it is like 4:45 in the morning, and we're touring Western Michigan. It's located in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and it's like a 2.5, almost 3-hour drive from here. So me and my friends, Mark and Brandon, we're touring the university. Me and Brandon have already done it with our parents, but Mark hasn't. So Mark's bringing his mom, and we're going along with him to tour Western. And yeah, I'm gonna take you guys along with me. So this is when we first arrived at the university, and you can obviously see the Western Michigan University main campus sign. This was their student center where we first went for the tour. During our tour, we visited the library. This was us walking towards it. These are some snippets of what it looked like inside. Overall, it was very quiet, and it was a really good study spot if you needed to study, and lots of books and computers and resources that were available there. After we saw the library, we walked to see some of the dorms. This is just one of the options available, and this is part of the Valley Oaks complex. But if you look at the bed in this dorm, there's many other options available as well. After that, we toured their other facilities that were available, such as their gym, and this is their swimming pool that they have there. This right here is their gym that they use, and there's obviously many students using it, and many of their equipment is brand new actually. When you walk downstairs, there's their other facilities that they have. They have a rock climbing wall and many different open gyms for volleyball and basketball, along with the track as well. This is where some of their fitness classes are, like Pilates and hot yoga and etc. Then we made our way to the aviation facility. This is right when you walk in. They have a cafe there, and these are just some of the tables and stuff where students and CFIs kind of discuss before they go on their flight. After that, we went to go see the different simulators that they had. They had a lot of different simulators, and I'm pretty sure they also had a CRJ one as well. But all their flight simulators were very top notch and very nice as well. And then after, at the end of the tour, we went back to the main area, the main center, and we were able to get some goodies. We got shirts and a bunch of other goodies as well, and we got to talk with our tour guide a little bit more and get contact information. Okay, so it has been almost a month, but I realized I did not record an outro to this video where I talk a little bit about Western Michigan. So I'm sorry if this debrief is going to be like a little bit like not in a good order and like I forget and don't mention certain information because it has been a while. But I have toured Western Michigan twice now, so I feel like I have a good knowledge as an outsider touring the university and not as a student yet. But I would say overall I thought the university was really nice. If you're looking for a university that isn't so small but also isn't so big like a Big 10 or SEC, then Western Michigan is definitely a good option. Social life wise, I saw a lot of students there, even bright in the morning. There were still so many students there. And sports, they have a really good football team, a really good hockey team. So if you like watching sports and you enjoy hockey, definitely a good school as well. um Flight program wise, their aviation facility was so nice. Like, I can't even explain how nice their facility is. They have so many flight simulators. Their aircraft are like all top models, like top new models and everything, and they're all very well taken care of. Their maintenance is really good. And when we toured the aviation facility, it's always a flight student that tours it, and that's a tour guide. And when they were like going through it, they had nothing but good things to say. And she was in her, I think she's a sophomore on her, she was still in her private pilot's license as a sophomore. So um sometimes they don't get to fly their first semester of freshman year. So I would definitely look into that as well if that's something that like you want to do, is fly starting your freshman year, which is something that I definitely want to do. So that could be considered as a pro or a con for some. But I know she said that if you want to fly your freshman year first semester, there's a lot of different components that go into it. So I would definitely look into that. And also, if you come in with your private pilot's license already done, I know they have a transition course. A lot of universities have a transition course. So yeah. I know they have a transition course which costs a decent amount of money as well. So if you come in with your private pilot's license already, they make you go through a transition course which is a few weeks long before you start your training, and then you kind of go into it. So I would say like if you're not looking to pay more money into a transition course if you already have your private pilot's license, I would definitely take that into consideration, but I don't think that's like a big like I don't think it's a big con for me, but yeah, that's definitely something I looked into because it does add a little bit more cost into it. But overall, the university was really nice. Their dorms were also so nice, and they're actually getting a new like building for dorms starting this year. So the incoming class of 2026 freshmen will get the option to stay in that dorm, but then also class of 2027, if you're a class of 2027 like me, you'll also get the opportunity to stay in the dorms if you do go there as a freshman. But they also had a pretty big flight program. Like when I walked around and stuff, they have a lot more flight students than I thought they did. So overall, a really big flight program. And we also got to meet with the dean of the aviation program there, and that was so cool because like we never really got to meet with any like. Whenever I go on tours, I've met with professors at certain schools, but I've never like met like a dean or anything. So that was also really cool. And the dean like overall, it felt like the aviation community at Western Michigan was all like very tight knit and close. Like the dean seemed to know the tour guide really well, and like they were getting along very well. He was talking to us about a lot of stuff. So like overall, I feel like it's just a very tight knit community there, which I really like. I feel like aviation is like an industry where like you need a lot of people going into the same thing as you, where you guys are all very like in it together in a way. So I really like that. But one thing I also want to mention was that the airport that they train at is also like a 30 to 40-minute drive from the university itself. But if you do end up going to the university and you stay on their main campus, then they have buses and like shuttles that kind of take you to the airport if you have flight lessons during that time. So that's also a good thing. But a lot of universities have stuff like that where the airport's like a little bit further away from the main campus, like Auburn and stuff and SIU. So I wouldn't say that's a big deal either. I feel like it's just normal. But yeah, overall, I really liked Western Michigan and it's definitely in my options. Oh, I almost forgot to mention the most important thing is scholarships and money. They have a lot of scholarships available and they give a lot of financial aid in general. It is a little bit cheaper than some of the universities I've toured, like Auburn and Purdue and stuff, but they're also bigger universities, so it makes sense. But they have a lot of scholarships available. I know they mentioned one scholarship where it's pretty much like a full ride scholarship, but it's obviously very hard to get, and like you have to be academically very like good and also very involved, like leadership roles and etc. So yeah, but there is a lot of scholarships available. So I would say money wise, it's also a really good university if you don't want to spend too much money. So yeah, but I really enjoyed touring Western Michigan again, and I'm definitely going to apply there and consider going there as well. But now I wanted to mention a little bit about my flight training, and because I haven't really updated you guys in like a month, but I mentioned how I applied to a EAA flight training scholarship back in winter break, and the results came out in March. And I don't think I already mentioned this, but I was able to get one of the scholarships, and it awarded me $10,000, which is obviously a lot of money, and I have a year to pretty much use it all. So a few weeks after I got that, I went straight to a flight training school nearby my house at the regional airport by me, and I basically signed up and I decided that I would start like pretty much right after all my AP tests are done, which is actually this week. This Tuesday is my first flight training lesson. So I'm going to start this week, and my goal is to get it done by the end of summer. We'll see how that goes. Obviously there's so much that goes into it. There's weather and like other cancellations, maintenance, etc. So, yeah. But I would like to get it done by around then. I don't really want it to drag that much into my high school, like into my senior year, but obviously it's way out of my hands as well. I'm gonna put in the effort and we'll see where it gets me. So yeah, and as for ground school, I've been so busy with AP tests and finals and stuff that I haven't had that much time to put into ground school. But I'm going to lock in on it and get it done as soon as possible. And eventually, hopefully, I can give more advice and tips after I take my written exam because I know a lot of people are about to take their written exams and like they don't know how to study for it and stuff or how to score well. So hopefully after I pass my written exam, I can give tips and stuff about that. And then also related to my college touring diaries series, my goal is to tour Ohio State, Purdue again, and University of North Dakota sometime this summer. And I'll have YouTube videos obviously about all three of those universities as well. They also have top tier flight programs in the country, so hopefully you guys can learn a lot more about those universities as well. But those are some of the upcoming videos that I hope to be making this summer. And like I said, my first flight training lesson is this Tuesday, and I want to vlog it, but we're gonna see how it goes. Um, yeah, we'll see how it goes. If it goes well, I'll definitely start recording it and see. But yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learning more about Western Michigan. And stay tuned for more content about universities and my flight training experiences. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe.